10. I'm sorry, yeah, you do 4 rolls.
Okay.
So, Sifri, Navardi, are you going to be throwing stuff at your comrade like all these other pirates in the line?
I will,
Sure.
but I'll be throwing things. I forget what the terminology is, but like it's kind of like when you don't want to look at a Medusa, where you're kind of glancing away, so it looks like you're throwing it, but
Averted.
averted eyes. Yes. So
Okay.
I'm definitely taking the action. I just want to.
So you're like fake throwing, basically.
Yes.
All right, Sifri, are you throwing for real or?
Sifrig is fatigued because he just came out of a rage, so he's taking the penalty for fatigued, and I'm gonna be fighting defensively.
So you two are going to be
I'm
throwing, but
just
trying to do it as bad as possible.
Not as bad as possible. I'm just taking the
Okay.
what is it, -4 for fighting defensively, so I'm a -1 to hit.
So Sarissa, what is your climb bonus?
I have a +1. I made 4 climb rolls.
Yep. On that third one, you're closing in on the boat, and then you just misplace your hand, and your lame leg catches, and you hang upside down for a couple seconds before dropping into the water.
Well, dropping onto the water.
Are you activating that power?
Yes.
Okay, as you do, people continue to throw stuff at you.
I wave at them and turn and walk back over to the ship.
Style points.
Style
as you
points.
do that, Riara's Kryn is like, "You think you're so fancy there?" Oh, wait. Sorry, what was her voice again? You think you're so fancy there? Walking on water? We'll see how happy you are when the sharks get you. You better get used to swimming for your life, girl. Fish shake. Alright, you're gonna need to make the next round of checks.
Okay, redo the throw as well?
No. Your line is still attached.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were throwing it down. Alright, walking back to the line and attempting to climb again.
So you like climb onto the line. You get most of the way there, and then you fall in again. And Crane is like, "One more time!"
I make a show of dusting off my breeches as I walk back to the ship.
Okay.
Gotta shake your tail feather.
You are taking splash damage from all the rotten fruit. Although they seem to be running out of fruit, and glass bottles are becoming extremely popular for throwing at you.
You better kiss the gods for a symbol for luck.
Sifrig, is that a hit? 17?
Probably.
So while you're climbing up, Sifrig like bashes you right in the face with a with a maggot-filled orange, and they all go flying everywhere.
Nice.
I just kind of wipe it down.
Gotta keep up appearances, sorry.
Alright. Your last round of checks. This is your last chance to pass boarding school.
Walk back over to the boat. Make a show of shaking out both hands and both legs as I reach out to grasp onto that rope.
You can do it!
And because it always seems to be the end, I am going to cast a guidance and save it for my last climb. So that is factored in.
You mean your first climb?
First climb, you meant. You could also just say save it for when you start to slip.
No, you have to state it before you make the roll.
Oh.
And I can apply it at any point within a minute after I cast it.
Okay.
So I applied it to the last of the 4 climb checks. Not that I think it makes a difference with the 9. I
first one
wouldn't
you
even
fall
get
in. You basically trip and fall off the side of the boat. The audience, however, thought you would make it, but you can't. You get the dock, and Kroon pulls the boat in, and seems very disappointed with Sarissa and Novardi. And she says, "So, at the very least, Sifrig, you'll be leading your boarding team as the commander. I suspect you should throw the other two in front of you. You've seen how dangerous boarding can be. You need all the meat shields you can get. Don't be afraid to sacrifice your friends to survive." I did. Then she turns around and walks away.
He'll say that he'll definitely take it under consideration.
How do you pronounce her first name again?
Riaris.
Riaris. Okay.
So the crew backs both Navardi and Sarissa into a corner with thick ropes, and it looks like they're getting ready to start beating you with the ropes. Sifrig, are you jumping in here?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. All right.
All right, say that again. They're doing what?
They have thick. It's what's called a rope bash. You've seen it happen a couple times. It's like someone takes a big end of a knotted rope and just beats somebody with it. They're preparing to lay down some beatdown on Sarissa and Novardi for failing so badly.
Oh, okay. I was going to say because they failed. This could be so very bad. No, I'm going to stand by. I'm going to start taking the ropes away from them.
Okay, so
I'll fight them if I have to.
When you try to grab somebody's arm, the guy turns towards you and says, "But Sifrig, you're the commander. We have to beat them to teach them a lesson. They can't fail like this on a real pirate attack. They could put our lives at risk."
I have other punishments in mind. I'll take care of it myself.
Can you make either diplomacy or intimidate or some other kind of check to convince them?
We can do some intimidate.
I have some other kind of punishments in mind.
I just picture Sifrig with his butt knuckles, just
Yeah.
Wow, this is just terrible.
Can I aid him by going, "Oh no, not Sifri, please, I'll take the rope."
I swear I had intimidate on my bar, but it is not showing up, and neither is my typing at this point.
I'll allow for that, by the way. That is a really good aid. If you can make that as a bluff, I'll give him a +4 instead of a +2 because it's fantastic.
Nice, go for it.
No.
Oh, she fumbled the bluff. Oh, ice cold. Everyone's like, what's
Bam.
going on about?
That's all right. I threw down the intimidate, though, so we're all right.
You hear some whispers. They're like, the Mohawk, the butt knuckles. It's happening. And Jaundice Jape kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "I don't really like you, but I'm going to enjoy hearing about what you're doing to the two of them. Carry on, mate. Carry on."
Yeah, I'm just saying, your decision to skip over the dead time has completely wrecked my plans for what I was going to be doing this session.
Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Hey, my plans involved having Jaundice Jape key hauled. I am not happy about it.
We'll get there.
I just want to say to the audience,
all right.
Sorry about the lag here tonight. I think Twitch is getting overloaded.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. The Roll20 site is just terrible.
The internet's is being brought down. Okay, so you guys are given the rest of the day off. So Sifri gains 100 experience for completing boarding duties.
Oh, good.
And,
Wasn't he the only one who was missing entertainment?
Yep.
Oh, that was nice. That'll make up. This week. Oh, somebody's already updated. Okay. Very nice.
Yep. I don't remember. Did I forget to add up the EXP last week? Uh-oh.
Don't.
You know
I
what?
don't see an email with it.
No, I've been doing it in here. You know what? I don't think there's any way I could have failed to. You guys barely leveled, I think. So I definitely think I threw that EXP in there. So you're just 100 above whatever you were at. So, you know what? I'm just going to keep a total of what you guys are currently at over here. That sounds better. And Sifrik was at 2350 because he was behind everyone else. And this 100 that only he will get will help him catch up. So you get a free nighttime event, whatever you would like to do. You are also exempted from drinking your alcohol ration if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely pass on that.
So throughout the night, there's excitement. It sounds like the captain is getting ready to move on something, and a number of rumors come into existence. And I just pull this up here for the audience if they'd like to check that out. Of things happening around the Shackles. And stories pass throughout the night. Everyone is super drunk. So what would you guys like to do with your nighttime event task?
Well, I don't think this is going to work. But Navardi is going to attempt to reapproach the Master Gunner Kroon. And
Okay, I want to let you know that all the officers spend the night together, either in the officer's captain or the officer's mess.
okay, I forgot that she was an officer. Never mind. I'm going to try to gather some stories, just local, gather information about Kroon and her backstory.
Okay. You know, I might have something on that. Give me a minute.
My roll's not very good, so you may not need to dig very much on that. Ah, nice roll for my mod.
Let's see.
Very cool.
You know what? She's not important enough to get her own section. How sad.
But the Navardi's main motivation, which he shortly discusses with fellow crew members, is he's considering the possibility of changing careers. His alchemy seems to not really have been much of a service thus far, even though he's only been aboard the ship less than 2 weeks. But he's very interested in these siege engineering possibilities. And so he's trying to get in with Rio, I can't say that first name, Kroon, to possibly retrain as a siege mage. That's why he is trying to find out some more information about her to maybe find some of her likes, preferences, whether it comes to alcohol, food, or activities.
You want to be just like her.
Not just like her, but schmooze to get her to retrain him into the siege mage occupation.
Okay, so...
Well, Kroon is the gunnery master. They also have the sorceress, if you want the magical.
The ship sorceress, Feathery Longbottom, who is known for using a series of fireballs to disable hostile ship sails so that the wormwood could kind of run behind them.
Yeah, I guess who would be more appropriate for a retraining in a wizard archetype?
That would probably be Feathery Longbottom. But
Okay.
again, she's a sorceress, so she doesn't have any formal training.
Gotcha. Well, I
Would you
still
like
want
to try to get some background information on her?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you learn that she is a young girl from an abusive family. She ran away from home when she was 5 years old. And about the same time, her magic came into being. And since then, she has made her way alone through the world until she ended up as a slave on the Wormwood. Well, not the original Wormwood with Captain Barnabas Harrigan before it got captured by the Chilaxians. And as she grew up, her magical power increased at a rate that many would consider insane. And by the time she was a teenager, she was sinking ships on her own. And since then, she's pretty much been Barnabas Harrigan's right-hand woman. And he goes to her whenever he needs something done shipwise rather than Miaris Kryn, who has been relegated to basically just catapult duty and ballistas and stuff that they haven't used in quite a while.
I see. And her name, is it Peppery Long Farthing, or is it Feather Long Bottom?
I think it's Peppery Longfarthing.
Okay.
I can look it up because we keep getting confused on this point.
I just wanted to update my notes, or the party's crew list notes on that. That's all.
So let me look up shipmates.
Can someone post the Google page link? I'm not seeing it in the handouts again.
Sure, I'll do that. I like how the module has some strong female characters so far, with Sandara Quinn, Peppery Longfarthing.
It's a Paizo module. They like the ladies. Alright, let's see what we can do here. That was just Novartis. Check. So, who would like to go next? This is for your nighttime tasks. Whatever you like.
I think Sifrig is going to attempt once again to work on the other riggers. And he has given Aurora stashed grog, so he'll just kind of hang out with them and try to be sociable, or whatever that passes for a dwarf.
Okay. Which one would you like to speak with?
Let's do Tate. Tam Tate.
Narwhal. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, Narwhal is a generally nasty guy all around. He's an old friend of Master Scourge. Also a dwarf.
Isn't he the one who specifically hates
Yes, he does.
Siegfried?
There's only enough room on this ship for one dwarf. So let's see what.
Got to start somewhere.
What are you saying to him exactly?
What would appeal to a dwarf?
Alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah. I guess I should check
stories.
first. Arm wrestle to see who gets thrown off the boat. I mean,
whose beard is longer?
Yeah. Tie our beards together and see who can hang from the yardarm the longest.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, let's go for a toughness test, a headbutting contest, or hanging from our beards, or
Okay. Make your diplomacy
prove who's
check.
the real dwarf here, huh?
Can you make a diplomacy check to? Are you trying to anger him, or are you trying to befriend him?
Well, I'd like to bring him over to our side, but my chances of diplomacy are just almost none. I'm more trying to impress him than anything.
Okay, all right. You can make such a check.
Okay.
So make a fortitude save while you're hanging by your beard.
Is raging cheating? Nah, it's not. It's pirates.
Take what you can get. Give nothing back.
I will take it all. Wow, I can't see anything for like a minute and a half after I type it. Oh,
Okay.
oh well, not
He
terrible.
falls before you do, and
Nice.
he slaps you on the back and says, "I hate you."
Okay, I'll give him a good headbutt just for, good measure.
Okay, you can put a star next to his name.
Feelings are mutual. He's already got a star.
Okay, well then now he's just unfriendly rather than hostile. Alright, Sarissa, what are you doing?
Oops. No, I'm sorry. He did not have a star. I'll put a star by him.
I thought he became unfriendly, not hostile.
No,
starred.
I thought he was hostile with no star. I thought he was hostile with a star.
What is currently typed in is hostile with a star.
That's
Isn't he supposed to be unfriendly?
No, I just put the star on it.
There was no star originally, is what he's saying.
Right.
Thought
I
there
was
and
incorrect. There was no star.
Right. At any rate, I'm going to get some grog from my stash and, shaking my head at the dwarves, go talk to Arita again.
I see.
I need boy advice. And I have heard that she is the lady in the know of how to handle those strange and difficult and other worldly creatures.
I see. Arita's knowledge is very explicit, and rather than go into graphic detail, it comes down to offer to have sex for money with them, and they're much more bearable.
Well, specifically, I'm telling her that I'm running into a little problem. I've noticed that certain personal items of mine have gone missing from my locker.
Uh-oh.
Items of a very personal nature.
I see.
Items that I am reasonably confident no female on the ship would have taken. Does she have any advice for what to do with unwanted admirers? Because she's so beautiful, I'm sure she's had to fend them off in the past.
So let me ask, do you need to make a bluff check to convince her that such items were stolen? Or would you like to canonically assume that someone actually has stolen these things?
I could honestly say that they are in fact not in my locker.
You are still intending to deceive.
I think it was that jaundiced jape guy.
Oh,
he's such a creep.
Make your bluff check.
Come on, dice, don't fail me now.
There you go.
Arita produces, she just shakes her hand like this, and in between each of her fingers is a dagger, and she gives you the 4 daggers and says, "You need to sheathe these between his pants."
Dang. I am suitably impressed. I offer her booze as payment for her very helpful advice. Can I diplomatize as well to improve her? Now that we are friends, because we have common problems. Okay, so this is without the booze bonus.
You really want to get this jaundice Jape guy killed.
I
Yeah.
told you I had a plan for this session.
Okay,
Damn.
you move her. Let's see here. She's indifferent.
Very
So
nice.
that's what, like a 15? And so you move her all the way to helpful.
Yay! So, my stuff has gone missing. Some other people's things are going to missing. And then some of the female officers' things are going to go missing. And by that point, I will have established a trail of rumors throughout the ship that it is only Jaundice Jape.
You're sadistic,
Nice.
and you're a monster.
Wow. Wow. And I like it.
Hey, I already apologized before the session began for what I was plotting. So I'm framing a fellow crew member as a sex pervert because I want his job.
Well, Sifrig actually has a stealth bonus now, so he can help.
Yeah, I was going to leave you guys out of it in case I actually got caught. I figure I can talk myself out much more easily.
Yeah.
Oh, you think
Okay.
you could talk
That's
yourself
fine.
out of this situation?
Well,
Oh.
we already have the option that I've mentioned once for dealing with Mr. Plug if it is a punishment that otherwise cannot be survived.
All right. Would anyone like to take any additional actions through the night while giving themselves con checks? Are you good?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm good.
Then let's move ahead, my friends. There's a discussion on deck throughout the night, and Phipps Chumlet turns to Warnovardi and says, "So, out of all the things you've had to do while you're here, what's been your favorite duty?"
Fixing sails. I have the right tools for it, and with the right tools, I can do any job.
He punches you in the shoulder and says, "You sound like a professor, an engineer."
That's why they call me Uncle Books, and I am that too.
Well, what is it you don't like doing while you're here?
Well, I really have taken to this ship. You know, I've been enjoying everything so far, even the scars.
So there's nothing that you don't like doing while you're here. I mean, I could talk to the Master Scourge and see that your duties don't end up doing that. Got some pull around here.
Well, nobody likes the bilges, but I just thought that goes without saying. So I would just test going back to the bilges.
Separately, in a different area, someone else approaches Novardi. Not Novardi, I'm sorry, Sifrig. It is Narwhale. And he says, "Sifrig, how are you, my friend?"
Sifrig's a little taken aback by this. Well enough.
He punches you
What
in
can
the
I do
shoulder
for you?
and says, "I really enjoyed hearing you threaten your friends today. You know, Master Scourge has a spot in his crew for a man like you."
Really?
"Yeah, I can help you out there. Tell me what your favorite duty is, and I'll make sure that's the only one you end up getting pulled on."
Ooh, Sifrig just tells him he's perfectly happy with rigging where he's at.
But what part of rigging? What's the one that you like the most?
Good grief, I don't even remember. I guess just repairing the sails.
And he says, "Oh, just so I know, what's your least favorite duty?"
Swabbing.
Okay.
Any of it.
He nods his head. And on a third part of the ship, Patch Salt. Oh, sorry, Mahim turns to Sarissa and is like, "Oh, You know, I think Master Scourge is really growing on you guys. I think you did good today in the boarding school, Sarissa.